breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
President Trump just traded them, have fun in prison. During his presidential campaign, Donald Trump promised that as president, he would crack down on illegal immigration like no other president had before. He followed through with this promise big time in 2017, and this week, he showed that he fully intends to continue to do this in 2018. Freedom Daily reported that on Tuesday night, 20 apartment buildings that double as so-called birth hotels were raided by government officials in the city of Los Angeles, California. It turns out there is now a multi-million-dollar industry in which Chinese women pay from $40,000 to $80,000 to come to the U.S. to deliver their anchor babies. However, the ICE is trying to make sure this industry goes away as soon as possible. Though none of the women were arrested during the raids, they are being treated as material witnesses for future prosecution of the ringleaders. Court documents make it clear that the ICE is going after the ringleaders rather than the women themselves, as the ringleaders are pocketing hundreds of thousands of dollars tax-free to help Chinese nationals obtain visas and then pamper them until they deliver their babies at emergency rooms that are bound by law to care for anyone who comes in seeking medical attention. Via the American resistance. Anchor babies. Issues. The 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution reads in part, "All persons born or naturalized in the United States, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside." Babies born to illegal alien mothers within U.S. borders are called anchor babies because under the 1965 Immigration Act, they act as an anchor that pulls the illegal alien mother and eventually a host of other relatives into permanent U.S. residency. Jackpot babies is another term. The 14th Amendment was ratified in 1868 to protect the rights of native-born Black Americans, whose rights were being denied as recently freed slaves. In 1866, Senator Jacob Howard clearly spelled out the intent of the 14th Amendment by writing, "Every person born within the limits of the United States, and subject to their jurisdiction, is by virtue of natural law and national law a citizen of the United States." This will not, of course, include persons born in the United States who are foreigners, aliens, who belong to the families of ambassadors or foreign ministers accredited to the government of the United States, but will include every other class of persons. It settles the great question of citizenship and removes all doubt as to what persons are or are not citizens of the United States. This has long been a great desideratum in the jurisprudence and legislation of this country. The original intent of the 14th Amendment was clearly not to facilitate illegal aliens defying U.S. law at taxpayer expense. Current estimates indicate there may be over 300,000 anchor babies born each year in the U.S., thus causing illegal alien mothers to add more to the U.S. population each year than immigration from all sources in an average year before 1965. The correct interpretation of the 14th Amendment is that an illegal alien mother is subject to the jurisdiction of her native country, as is her baby. Over a century ago, the Supreme Court correctly confirmed this restricted interpretation of citizenship in the so-called slaughterhouse cases, 83 U.S. 36, 1873, and in 112 U.S. 94, 1884. In Elk v. Wilkins, the phrase "subject to its jurisdiction" excluded from its operation children of ministers, consuls, and citizens of foreign states born within the United States. In Elk, the American Indian claimant was considered not an American citizen because the law required him to be not merely subject in some respect or degree to the jurisdiction of the United States, but completely subject to their political jurisdiction and owing them direct and immediate allegiance. Congress subsequently passed a special act to grant full citizenship to American Indians, who were not citizens even though they were born within the borders of the United States. The Citizens Act of 1924, codified in 8 Us. Sharp S. 1401, provides that the following shall be nationals and citizens of the United States at birth. A person born in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. B. A person born in the United States to a member of an Indian, Eskimo, Aleutian, or other Aboriginal tribe. American citizens must be wary of elected politicians voting to illegally extend our generous social benefits to illegal aliens and other criminals. A spokesperson for Homeland Security released a statement explaining that while coming to the U.S. to give birth is not illegal, coming here under false pretenses is, and that could be punishable by law. It's not necessarily illegal to come here to have the baby, but if you lie about your reasons for coming here, that's visa fraud, said Claude Arnold, special agent in charge of Homeland Security investigations for Los Angeles. Officials said that agents raided 20 locations in Los Angeles, Orange and San Bernardino counties, targeting 3 competing birth tourism schemes. Zhao Chen and Dong Li have been accused of running a scheme out of the Carlyle Hotel, using a website to drum up business by touting the benefits of a child with U.S. citizenship, 13 years of free education, low-cost college financial aid, less pollution, and a path for the entire family to emigrate when the child becomes an adult. They gave their clients counseling on how to obtain a tourist visa, how to fly through Hawaii, Las Vegas or Korea to avoid suspicious immigration officers at Los Angeles International Airport, and how to disguise their pregnancy in transit. It's sad to see foreigners taking advantage of our country so blatantly.